Hey Leute, Franz aka Franz zockt hier für WrestlingGames.de. Auf der Gamescom 2014 hatte ich die Möglichkeit, dem 2K Brand Director mit dem Namen Bryce Yang ein paar Fragen bezüglich WWE 2K15 zu stellen, die ihr im Vorhinein mir zusenden konntet. Eine Auswahl eurer Fragen habe ich dann auch wirklich gestellt und ich wünsche euch viel Spaß bei diesem Interview. Eine kleine Notiz schon mal im Voraus, Bryce Yang ist wirklich jemand, der Fragen beantworten kann, ohne irgendwelche Details zum Spiel zu verraten. Naja, so jetzt kommen wir aber wirklich zum Interview mit euren Fragen. Viel Spaß! Meine erste Frage lautet, sind Sie selbst ein Wrestling-Fan und falls ja, seit wann?
Oh, I've been a lifetime WWE fan. I grew up in Los Angeles. I went to WrestleMania 7, and from then on, I've always been a fan. Just went to WrestleMania 30, so I'm a lifer.
Sind Sie persönlich damit zufrieden, dass John Cena auf dem WWE 2K15 Cover ist und wie das Cover letztendlich im Allgemeinen geworden ist?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the way, personally, how it turned out, but, you know, it's up to everybody's own opinion, right? But I think John Cena is the perfect guy, right? Because whether you like him, you cheer him, or whether you boo him, I think everybody deep down respects him. He's the biggest full-time WWE star, and he's carried that company for 10 years. Right?
Welche Neuerungen und Verbesserungen können wir von der Creation Suite in WWE 2K15 erwarten?
Yeah, so we actually haven't really gone into the details of creation, but I think everyone's going to be really excited by what they see in it because it's the first time creation is going to be on PS4 and Xbox One. So I think the things that people are going to see and things you can customize are going to be really stunning.
Wie sieht's aus mit dem Custom Theme Support, besonders mit dem Hinblick auf die neuen Konsolen?
You know, there's going to be a lot of great, new content in the game with next gen, right? Again, PS4, Xbox One. There's so much, the technology now is so advanced. You can do so many new things in the game that you haven't been able to do before. So I would just say stay tuned as we have more information on that.
In welcher Art und Weise wurde der Online Modus in WWE 2K15 verbessert?
I think there's going to be when we do get into the detail of all that. Again, just this time, and we're bringing Ukes and Visual Concepts together. So it's a great tag team to best perfect the game as best we can, right? So we're bringing over the pedigree of Ukes to match up with the presentation, the polish of Visual Concepts. So the game across the board should see a lot of great improvements.
Welche vorherigen Features haben es nicht ins Spiel geschafft?
Well, I think there's a lot of great things that are in the game, right? So besides the exhibition, there is the showcase mode. There is universe, there's creation, there's my career, and I think what we'll unveil with my career is going to be the single most exciting game mode for fans. And we're all really excited about Showcase as it is, just the entire package, right? It's the matches, it's the historical, footage from WWE. So there's a ton of great new features in the game. So there's definitely one thing you can say about Ukes over the years is that they have a ton of content in that game every year, and there's even more.
Also keine Infos über das, was weggelassen wurde.
I think there's a lot of great features and new content that is in the game, right? There's always going to be things that we can add, right? Every year we'll hear the feedback from the fans, and in the following year, we'll put things in the fans want.
Wie viele Wrestler können gleichzeitig im Ring sein?
So we're still working on polishing the amount of the game itself and how many of characters can be in the ring at the same time. But as you said, the power of next gen is going to be very apparent in 2K15, right? So modes like the Royal Rumble, Chamber, those match types. I think people will be happy with what they see.
Wird es mehr Patches geben, um Bugs und Glitches zu beheben?
Yeah, we always we want to be able to support the game, after it's released, right? So if there are things that fans would like to see improved after the game comes out, we always take that into consideration. And but we don't right now is we don't know exactly what the plan is because we don't know what the issues are, right?
Yes.
Or if there will be any, But we always listen to the fans, and if we need to do something.
Welche DLCs neben den zusätzlichen 2K Showcase Rivalitäten können wir für WWE 2K15 erwarten?
I think this year's DLC will be the best DLC we've ever had in the game, right? Because the showcase, I mean, you've seen, you saw that clip of Cena versus Punk and the match, right? So the fact that you can download eventually, whole showcase matchups or rivalries is something we've never done before. And then the other content, as we reveal it, it's going to be definitely the best and most DLC content we've had.
Alright. Wird WWE 2K15 in 1080p und 60 FPS laufen?
We're still polishing the specifics on tech, I guess, part of it. But yeah, I mean, from what you saw there is not even close. Like that's early, right? So I think when it is finished, it is going to be the cleanest, sharpest looking wrestling game that we've ever had.
Wieso hat sich 2K immer noch gegen eine PC-Version entschieden?
Well, I think the focus is on next-gen systems, right? PS4, Xbox One. There's 360 and PS3 as well. I think we're always looking to expand where the opportunity exists. Like NBA just got announced on PC, right? So it is something that 2K evaluates every year.
Welche Gaming Engine wurde fürs Spiel genutzt?
If you played, so you saw the demo over there, right? So Yuke's is working on the game, right? As they've been trying to perfect wrestling for so long, and then teaming up with Visual Concepts together, they've been blending their efforts to make the best wrestling possible, right? So I think you'll see that the gameplay that was shown in there is definitely a marked improvement over prior years.
Über welche einzigartigen Gründe für den Kauf der Last-Gen-Version sprach Ihr Kollege Jared Rear im 2K-Forum genau?
I think we want to make sure that people who still have the PS3 and 360 aren't just left behind, right? We want to make sure that those consumers have something unique to those games or to those platforms. So we will be announcing those pretty soon. There will be unique content though.
Inwiefern berücksichtigt 2K die Spielvorschläge und Konzepte, die man in Foren und auf YouTube finden kann?
As you mentioned, Jared is our community manager, our social media manager. So he's on the boards, very active every single day, listening to the feedback from the fans, right? So a lot of the improvements in 2K15 are straight from the fans. That's a good thing about social media and everything, is that we get the feedback instantly with every announcement. When the game's out right away. So we take that feedback from the fans into consideration.
Hatten Sie die Möglichkeit, mit einigen WWE-Superstars zu arbeiten, und falls ja, gab es lustige oder besondere Ereignisse?
We've worked with a lot of the WWE superstars, legends, divas over the years, and it's always a unique experience with all of them. I mean, they're great, right? Like the thing that I think people, like you're a pretty big fan, so
yes.
How that beyond the TV personality, they do so much other things. John Cena, as you said, is the single, has given more wishes than anybody, right? So they're all, just great to work with. They're great for, opportunities like this. Big Show will be here tomorrow,
yes.
So you'll be able to see him. But yeah, we've worked with so many of the guys. We have their roster reveal and our panel on Saturday in LA, right? So
it's like 7 p.m. here, right?
Yeah, evening over here. It is at 7 p.m. So it'll be live online, but that panel, you see that lineup of talent, right? Hogan, Sting, Cena, Roman Reigns, Steve Austin. They're all just great to work with. Like we brought Cesaro in to do mocap with us.
Yes, I think that was really awesome. And Paul Heyman as well, right?
Paul Heyman, we work very closely with Paul also.
Also hat Paul Heyman seine Managerbewegungen gemocapt?
Yeah, so Paul and Cesaro were brought in along with some other guys to do mocap for entrances. Cesaro was doing moves. So yeah, they were definitely making sure that everything's as realistic and authentic as possible.
Wie lange wurde am neuesten Teil, also WWE 2K15, gearbeitet?
I think as soon as we knew that that Xbox One and PS4 were coming out, Yuke's has been taking that into consideration, and 2K first got this franchise early 2013. So since then, people between the two teams, they've been working on bringing the game to next gen.
Ohne dem vorherigen Team ans Bein pinkeln zu wollen, denkt ihr, dass die Engine mit Blick auf die Grafik die alte Konsolengeneration voll ausgereizt hat, und wart ihr zufrieden mit WWE 2K14 mit Blick auf andere Sportspiele und deren optisches Erscheinungsbild? Dagegen wirkte WWE 2K14 ja immer noch wie ein aufgehübschtes PlayStation 2 Spiel.
I think every year you can never be, like, we're never 100% satisfied, right? Because there's always things that you can do more of and better, right? So we're always looking to improve the product every year. I think the thing that we were happy with 2K14, I thought the 30 years of WrestleMania mode was, you know, a great package for fans that people seem to really like. But there are things that you know, could be improved, and as you saw over there, the core gameplay was a big part of it, right? So improving the actual, because there's been so many features over the years, but improving the core wrestling was a huge focus. So we think people who play it will notice right away.
Das war meine letzte Frage und ich bedanke mich auch hier nochmal für die Zeit von Bryce Yang und auch nochmal für die ganzen Fragen von eurer Seite. WWE 2K15 kommt in Deutschland am 31. Oktober 2014 für die PS4, PS3, Xbox One und Xbox 360. Alle Links zum Vorbestellen und zum gleichzeitigen Unterstützen von WrestlingGames.de findet ihr unter diesem Video, und wenn ihr die WWE 2K15 Allgemeinen Edition haben wollt, dann müsst ihr diese auch ziemlich schnell bestellen, oder?
You have to pre-order the Hulkamania edition very quickly because it is, in some places it's already sold out. And yeah, Hogan signed every single one of them, and there's some cool content in there also. And you do get the Sting pre-order bonus in there too.
Das soll es von meiner Seite aus gewesen sein. Alle wichtigen Links, um auf dem Laufenden zu bleiben bezüglich WWE 2K15, findet ihr ebenfalls unter dem Video. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, dann gebt es noch einen Daumen hoch. Das war Franz, aka Franz Zock für WrestlingGames.de, und ich sage Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal.